Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be comparing the Toyota Corolla Hybrid to the Honda Civic Hybrid to see who makes a better affordable hybrid. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Mailer Toyota here in Murray and the Honda here in Murray for giving me some time with both the cars. Link to both their websites in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering the Honda Civic is a 2-liter 4-cylinder hybrid. Fuel economy with this is 50 around town, 47 on the highway, with power outputs being 200 horsepower combined. Now, powering the Corolla is a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder hybrid. Fuel economy with this is 50 around town, 43 on the highway, so the on the highway numbers quite a bit less. Power outputs with this are 138 horsepower, and I think that might be part of the reason. Now, before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you're going to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, Honda simplified the style with the Civic when they released this newest generation, and it's also quite a bit boxier, I would say. I mean, look at the headlight design, for example, the hood, the front grille. But yeah, it's simplistic and it looks good overall. With the Corolla, Toyota's made it a lot sportier. I mean, look at the headlights there. You can see the whole bottom section here, very aggressive and sporty looking. And then you notice we've got the blue Toyota logo to signify it's a hybrid. But there's the front ends. Now, the Honda tire and wheel setup is 235 by 40 by 18. The Toyota is 225 by 40 by 18. It's a very similar setup, and both of them actually have darker colored wheels. So there's the Toyota and there's the Hondas. Notice with the Honda, the mirror cap's blacked out, whereas with the Toyota, you've got silver there on the mirror cap. And although the Corolla kind of looks smaller, if you actually look at the wheelbase with both of them, it's pretty much identical. I've got it lined up pretty well. Now, here's a side profile with the Honda, and then here's the side profile with the Corolla. Now, the opening to the trunk in the Honda is actually absolutely massive. We've got these little tabs to throw down the seats, and so yeah, good storage overall. And then popping over to the Corolla, it actually has a pretty decent sized trunk. The big difference is the opening is just a little bit smaller, so it makes it almost appear smaller. Now, taking a look at the taillights on the Civic, pretty cool looking, sporty looking, right? Because it's a sport. Got a little hybrid badge there on the back. But yeah, it's the back of the Civic, and then the Corolla again continues that sporty theme with how it's stylized. I mean, you got the two exhaust tips poking out the bottom, for example. But there's the rear of each. Now I'm in the back of the Corolla. Pretty good legroom for a compact car. We've got some USB ports here in the back. You actually have some nice soft touch there on the door panel itself. And the roofline does curve back a little bit, but they have this section here raised in the back, so it's not too bad. And then you've got these cloth seats here in the rear as well, which is pretty nice feeling. Now, I've got the seat pushed back a little bit further than the Civic, but overall spacing feels pretty similar back here to the Corolla. Nice trim on the door panel, by the way. And then, same thing, it goes up a little bit, so headroom's not too bad. And then we've got cloth seats here in the Civic, just like in the Corolla, so kind of a nice setup in general. And we're up front with the Corolla. Pretty cool start there. Digital gauge cluster, which is nice, and that'll also show you your little drive modes there in the center. We got nice trim here on the steering wheel too. Adaptive cruise control with lane departure. We also have controls for the center in general. There's actually soft touch across the dash, which is nice. Has a little backup camera here, as you can see. Just a single zone climate. It does have automatic, which is nice. There is a wireless phone charging pad, drive mode select, and then this does have, I'll move this out of the way, dedicated EV mode. More nice trim across the dash. And we got some cup holders and everything down here. USB port there inside. Nice trim on the center console. And then this does come with a sunroof. And the front seats here have that cool kind of bucket style, so they're pretty nice looking overall. And let's start her up with the Civic, just like the Corolla. You got this nice digital gauge cluster. And just like the Corolla, it'll show you the drive modes there in the center. Now, it has a kind of more premium feel with the trim on the steering wheel, for example. Got little paddles there on the back for the regen. Nice controls here, adaptive cruise control, all of that. Backup camera. Pretty normal with that. Pretty basic infotainment system. Again, both of them are kind of more entry level. Soft touch on the dash. This definitely looks a little bit fancier Same with the climate, and we do have dual zone on this, so that's a bit of an upgrade. Heated seats. Got some USB ports there, and nice little storage area. Shifter there for the transmission. Got our little drive mode select down below. Got some storage here. Center console. Nice trim on the top. And guess what? It also has a sunroof. Oh, and I almost forgot the seats here. So nice cloth trim. Sorry my stuff's on it, but nice cloth seats. Both these cars sticker for about $30,000, so let's see which one performs the best. Interesting. Okay, well, I think this might be the first time that Toyota could lose a hybrid comparison. That's completely unheard of because Toyota always wins. Their hybrids are efficient, reliable, and the performance is what you need, what you want. But Honda, they pulled out their big guns on this one. That's for sure. So we'll see how it all shakes out. Now what I'll say right off the bat, smooth, what you want from a hybrid. And power delivery's where you expect it to be at. It's good. It is good. I like the little rumble from the engine. It's funny. The little 4-cylinder, 1.8 liter. It's not very big. It's the old Prius engine. It'd be interesting to see how much more powerful that Civic feels because it's got 200 horsepower. Handles well. I like the Corolla's driving dynamics, that's for sure. Like, it's just sharp around the corners. It's nice. Yeah, and the EV power is pretty darn smooth. It feels more than adequate. This is nice. Very nice. So this actually drives quite well. The only downside I could see is, again, the highway, right? You don't get as good a fuel economy with this, and I think a big part of that is just doesn't have the power. Because this has so little power, you're really gonna have to wring out the engine on the highway, which means you're gonna use up more fuel. So there is kind of that balance between power and fuel economy. You go too much power, and yeah, your fuel economy is always gonna be bad, but not enough power, and your fuel economy will also not be bad, but it won't be as good as it could be. So let's go pop into the Civic and see if Toyota just lost their first hybrid comparison. Well, Civic hybrid. Steering wheel feels more premium right off the bat, and that's a big difference. Huh. I mean, the equivalent to look at this would be with the powertrain this has the same powertrain as the CR-V and the Accord. That would be as if Toyota put the Camry hybrid in the Corolla, which I think they should. They should. Now, in terms of displacement, right, this is smaller because the Camry hybrid's 2.5. Toyota does have a 2.0 on the Prius, but the 2.0 is a little bit less power than this. But even that 2.0 would be a big difference in the Corolla if they put that in. Yeah, this is a huge difference, just the power. EV power feels quite a bit stronger. Engine's noisier. So, it's a little bit of a downside. I do feel like I'm in a more premium, kind of. Like, there's cloth trim throughout here that is kind of just regular soft touch in the Toyota that makes the Toyota feel more premium that way, but this overall feels more premium. Oh yeah, this is quicker. Way quicker. We're like in a different world. this is a much different. And you got super. You do have a B mode in the Toyota, by the way, so you can still do kind of like regen. But wow, I think Toyota did lose, folks. There's a first time for everything, as they say. So both of them are great hybrid powertrains. This is just more efficient, more powerful, and not any more expensive. I don't see how you would, I don't know, let me know if you think the Corolla is better, but I don't see how you could cut things in favor of the Corolla, because this just seems like objectively is a better car. So let me know what you guys think about the Civic versus Corolla hybrid, but I'm going to give the Civic the win.